Well, this, as you can see, this is the control centre of Edradour, if you like, under lock and key. That used to be a customs lock, but now we own the locks on the site. Customs and excise, however, still have the right to come in here any time of the day or night, and they do from time to time. This is where we decide, it allows us to observe the spirit run from both of the two stills, and also it gives us the chance to check the strength and the temperature of the spirit that we're making, and of course that's indicative of controlling the foreshot and the spirit cut and the feints. And these are the hydrometers which we can actually operate without having to open the safe and do it manually. And of course there's many stories about how people used to try and abstract the spirit from the safe. I remember when as a young engineer coming into the whisky industry first at Bunnahabhain, I was at the holiday, at the silent season, I was undoing the nuts and bolts and a flange at the back, and lo and behold, I found it had been drilled in two directions. When you lined the bolt up with a mark on the flange, spirit ran out, and I was astonished at this. And I never said anything to her, but I put a solid bolt back in when I replaced it. And of course, I could tell by the expressions on all the four operators that I wasn't very popular, because I'd cut their source of white spirit off. And I've still got that nut and bolt to this day. I kept it. I didn't let them have it back. And there's loads of stories about people used to milk this in various ways to get their little tipple. We don't do hazing tests now because we've got much better control of the spirit. And we know by trial and error, but it used to be this is a completely balanced distillery. And if your low wines and feints are in the correct ratio, there shouldn't be any need for hazing tests. Our feints only vary by a few litres every week, and that kind of does away for the hazing test. But the hazing test used to be done you didn't cut onto spirit till the spirit was clear with the addition of water. But it's largely superfluous now. I don't know of anyone who actually does it now. In the days of automation, anyway, it wouldn't be a practical thing.
But whether they actually
do they do it? I suspect they don't. We certainly don't do it here. It's not necessary. Yeah. And I mean, that would show up in your spirit in later times if it was. The thing we do is we take a sample of every charge, and I do a water test on the spirit in the confidence that it's not going to go cloudy. When you cut it to say from 70% to 35%, it will take on a blue bloom, and then you know you've got it right. Provided that it noses well, then I don't have any hesitation, and that's our form of quality control here at the distillery. It's hands-on. It's maybe not as scientific as if you've got gas chromatography and HPLCs, but we don't have these aids, and I suspect we don't need them at this scale of operation. Although this safe's over 100 years old, we actually have an older one as a spare, but it's never needed to be changed. But these came into, well, as a custom requirement, basically, so that the spirit could be assessed and the spirit cut taken under closed control. That's why we've got the lock on it there, and it allows us to sample the spirit, the strength, the temperature, without actually touching it physically. And the design hasn't basically changed over the years. There are a couple of stills that I've seen where it's automatic, linked to the flow control is linked to a steam controller, which would control the temperature. But apart from that, most of them still have these cocks at the front here where we can fill the sample jar and check the spirit and the temperature, and these are the parameters that we set for controlling the spirit. And you learn by experience the quality of the spirit can be, by instinct and experience, we can tell that the spirit quality is going to be correct just by observing the colour of the spirit and the temperature and the strength.